Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here on this Freaky Friday, Felon Friday, October 17th, with the 90-day Oy vey special report because Angela, she has did it again, you guys. Angela has gone wild, and this time, I think she picked on the wrong one. First off, you guys are way too generous. I didn't even log on yet. And Jodie, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And Linda, I have mine rolled too. I feel you. So, first, I want to thank everyone that is here in my live chat. Thank you, Sherry. Of course, my trusty moderator, menopausal queen, Shy, Isabella, Deirdre, Olinda, F. Summers, Jody, Leslie, Superstar. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Hi, Kelly. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Hi, Holly. We have a good one tonight. We have a good one tonight. Okay, first, I would like to thank my follower, Little Lady from IG, and she, DMs me all the time. We have chats, and I want to thank her very much for sending this along to me today because it just opened up a whole can of worms. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jelly Ugandan Knuckles. Hi, MB. Yes, Leslie, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hi, Joslo. Hi, Norma. So let's get into it. Okay. I'm going to take a couple of pulls of my joint and let's just get into it. Deirdre, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Okay, I'm going to stop torturing you guys with my off key singing. Superstar, are you kidding me? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Okay. Oh, Dell, it was your birthday too. We have a bunch of birthdays going on here. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. So, okay, let's get into Angela and the can of worms that was opened up on my lap today. And yes, I agree. I love worms too, sometimes when it's this kind of worms. Okay, first of all, eye bleach warning, you guys. Don't say I didn't warn you. Grab your eye bleach right now before I'm about to show you the TikTok that landed on my lap. Thanks to Little Lady. Thank you so much. Okay. And don't say I didn't warn you. Angela had quite a wild night the other night. Okay. And let me just start off with the video. Let me just start off with the video. Stop, going on and on here. So this was posted to TikTok by Mark from season 1 of Match Me Abroad. If you guys remember, he was the one that went to Morocco to find love. So Mark posted this video to his TikTok, and Little Lady sent it to me. So here we go, you guys. Strap your seatbelts on. Make sure you have your eye bleach ready. And here we go. And I have to mute the music or I'm going to get a copyright strike, but you don't really need music for this one. Yes, you just witnessed Angela deep throating a beer bottle. What in the actual fuck? But yes, that's what you guys just witnessed if you weren't sure. Okay? It gets better. Here it says, her singing after deep throating my beer, which I ended up getting sick three days later from that. So here we have Angela singing on stage with a bunch of drag queens having the time of her life. So then Mark says she had a great night and I got stuck with her bill. As you can see here, she is having a good old time. Okay, so just want to show you the end of the video. And then we're going to get to the comments where the gold is. Okay, so like I said, Mark posted this video on TikTok. And then when you go to the comments, that's where the fucking gold is. Okay, first off, someone said, I'm sorry she did that to your beer and then you drank it. That's on you. So he replies, the worst part was she rang up $150 bill and couldn't pay it. Oh, so it sounds like Angela's playing the grifter game again. As you guys know, you guys that have been in here for the long haul, I have interviewed and spoke to several people this year alone that Angela has performed the grift on. But we're going to get into that in a second. Okay, we're going to get into that in a second. So these are the comments on Mark's video. Okay, the next thing, someone says, this is iconic of you. And then Mark replies with, the night gets actually worse. The police got called on her. And then Mark says she decided to commit a crime 2 hours after this, and charges are pending on her. Yes. Oh, yes. So Angela decided to fuck around. And it sounds like not only did she try to stiff somebody with a bill, but in my opinion, it sounds like that she, might have done a Michael and assaulted him. Word on the street, that's what I understand happened. Angela got a little too wild and she decided to assault Mark. Okay, so now there is another comment here, guys, that I want to read to you. I'm sorry, I was rushing a bit to put this together, so I accidentally left this out. Okay, so someone asked him, why would you be stuck with her bill? And Mark replied, she said, I don't have credit cards. I'll pay you in cash back at her hotel. Well, that was a lie, but the cops were called on her. Not for that. She did something much worse later. Okay, so it sounds like Mark from season 1 of Match Me Abroad had quite an adventure with Angela. And from what I understand, word on the street, an adventure it was. And Angela is going to face consequences. Okay. So, Mark, like I said, season 1 of Match Me Abroad. He went to Morocco and basically his relationship didn't work out. So, that is Mark's reality TV background. Okay. And he apparently was hanging out with Angela and got to realize the real person we're dealing with when we're talking about Angela Dean. Okay. So Mark is no stranger to 90 Day cast members. His pinned post on his Instagram is the time that he hung out with David and Nanny. Okay, so he is no stranger. From what I understand, he's been known to hang out with E. Scott. So he's pretty known amongst 90 Day cast members. So like I said, you guys, this was not the first time one of Angela's friends found themselves 1 minute hanging out with her, lip syncing, singing karaoke. This was the summer of 2023. Angela's bestie at the time, her Botox lady, Jen, and Molly, and Angela, and Paula were all hanging out in New York. And apparently, things got out of hand between Angela and her bestie at the time, her Botox lady, Jen, because before Jen knew it, she was getting the shit beat out of her in the New York City hotel lobby by Angela. Do you remember that? Let me show you guys. In case you forgot, let me refresh your memory. So, this is back in 2023, the summer of 2023, where she decided to beat down her both.
Look at oh,
Yeah, do you guys remember that? The time that she decided to beat the crap out of her Botox lady? Yeah, so as we can see, this is not the first time a night out with Angela has turned into a altercation, a shit show. Okay? So this is not the first time. Now, mind you, Mark, from what I understand, I spoke with him today, you guys, and I'm going to keep his confidentiality. He asked me not to release too many details because there's still legal things going on, but Mark is going to hold her accountable. Like I said, it looks like, in my humble opinion, but what the fuck do I know? I'm just kibbles and bits. That Mark is not the person to fuck with, and that Angela fucked with the wrong one, and that she fucked around, and she's going to find out this time around. But that's just my opinion. Okay, that's just my opinion. So, moving on. And like I said, you guys, and Jodie, I know you're in the comments. If you feel comfortable coming up just for a few minutes so we could refresh everybody's memory about what Angela did to you, let me know in the comments and I'll drop a link so you could come up and we could talk for a few. So, this is not the first time that Angela has performed the grift on a fan. Okay, Jodie, I'm going to drop the link for you right now. Now, this link is only for Jodie. Jodie, the link I'm putting in the comments, just click on it. Okay? There you go. So, in the beginning of the year, I interviewed Jodie and her partner, and Angela performed the grift on them. Okay? So, this is not the first time. Then I had the pleasure of sitting down with Victoria the psychic, and Angela performed the grift on her. Only wanted to use her for free psychic readings because she wanted to know if Victor Ortiz likes her. She likes Victor Ortiz. Okay, so she had to know if Victor Ortiz liked her or not, and she used Victoria for her psychic readings. Okay, Jodie has joined the
Hi,
room.
guys. I'm just leaving a tip at a restaurant and I'm leaving. So if you hear loud noise in the background, I'm sorry. I'm leaving though. So
Don't worry about it,
it
girl.
is $12. You were right. So I got your next meal. I'll be here next Wednesday for
Really?
karaoke. Yeah.
I'll be here.
All right. Got your next meal. Yep.
She's getting married now, you know.
All right, guys. So yes, I was a victim of Angela Dean from 90 Day Fiance. She scammed me and out of $500 and my partner Leslie. And she also scammed my good friend.
Oh, congratulations.
And she scammed my friend who owns a restaurant out of, thank you, honey, out of $1,000 deposit. She was supposed to go to his establishment and do a meet and greet. And she was going to get a percentage of each person that came in the door for a meet and greet. And she was going to get another $1,000 upon that meet and greet. in turn, she was going to do a breast cancer event for free and sign autographs and take pictures with people. She never did. She changed her flight to go somewhere else, and I kept changing it back because I had made the ticket plan for her, and I financed that ticket. So she kept changing it. I kept changing it. She kept changing it. I kept trying to communicate with her about changing the ticket, and she kept telling me, "I don't have time for you. You're annoying me. You're making me feel like I have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to you if I don't want to." And I said, "Listen," I said, "you agreed to all of this, and now you're treating me like you don't know me." And let me back up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
This was after she came to Buffalo to see Vanilla Ice, and she came here to go to Canada to see Vanilla Ice, and we took her to a restaurant, and then we took her to a strip club, and then we took her a cake to her hotel. We bought her clothes. We took her out on the town. My fiance took her to the Erie County Fair to meet and greet Vanilla Ice with her friend Sherry from Canada. And yes, my fiance got to meet Vanilla Ice, big friggin' whip. But the whole time she was Angela's slave. Angela was throwing her phone, and she was making her go on, not making her, but because Michael was blocked at the time, Michael had Angela blocked. She kept telling her, "Go on your."
Jody, you're freezing. I'm losing you for a second. Okay. We'll let her come back in. Sorry, you guys. Oh, here she is. Okay.
I'm sorry, Mayor.
Don't worry.
Um,
Okay. Quick questions. So, for the people who don't know,
hold on.
how did you meet Angela? Like,
So, okay, I met Angela on TikTok. One day she was on live, and I was scrolling through, and I said, "Hey, Angela Deem, I love you, Angela." And I sang the song Angie to her, that Angie.
right.
And she liked it, and she copied my video. She was like, "Hey, we got a Rizzo in here." And anytime she would see me, she'd go, "Hey, Rizzo." So we just kind of started talking. And she's like, "I have friends in Canada, and if I come to see them, I'm going to come in Buffalo, and I'm going to stop and see you and Teddy." And we just started talking that way. And she was like, "You don't know what I've been through, Rizzo. This guy's a scammer," and blah, blah, blah. So we became what I thought was friends. So we were like, "Oh, he did that. He did you wrong." And she told us her song and dance that she tells everybody that feels sorry for her. And, we got
Have you
excited.
seen her on the show before that?
I did. We did. And we saw all the good, the bad, and the ugly. But, you know, um, not knowing both sides of the story, you kind of, we did see the stuff she did to Michael. We did.
Right.
But not knowing both sides of the story and just hearing her side, "Oh, they script things, and you didn't see what he did when the cameras weren't there, and you didn't see the blood, Rizzo, you didn't see the blood on my jeans, and you didn't see the tears in my arms. I have thin skin, and you didn't see what he did, in front of my grandchildren, Rizzo." And, so, you're open-minded, and we
Right.
didn't have any contact with Michael at the time. We didn't know. So, being a little starstruck, if you will. I mean, I've met bigger people than her, but here, being a woman's woman at that time, we were a little starstruck, and we wanted to hear what she had to say. So we bit the bait, and we hosted her in Buffalo, and we treated her like a queen. And Teddy went to the a concert with her, and she kept. At the time, Michael was good friends with Kobe, and she kept using my fiance's account. While Kobe and Michael were battling, she was using my fiance's account to bully them, to the point where they blocked Teddy on TikTok because Angela was using her account and her phone to bully them. And she kept telling her, "Go live, and you're not doing this fast enough, and record this." And here, hold my purse. And she was just bullying her. And you're not doing that fast. Take this picture, take that picture. And she was just being mean and throwing her purse at her. And she was drunk and belligerent and just treating her like she was some kind of like help hand, like a helper, like a
Right.
slave, if you will. Like it was just terrible. She came home and said, my God, she wanted to come to our house. And she's like, no, 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 you're not coming to our house. And I didn't go with them because I didn't feel well. I knew
Right.
something was wrong with me. And she kept wanting to come. I said, Angela, I think I have COVID. I tested positive for COVID. And she goes, oh, I had a COVID. I had COVID 6 times. And each time I had it, I had, I didn't have COVID. It had me, or vice versa. I don't know. Like she was
Right.
immune to COVID.
Yeah.
And then she turned around and told everybody the next 2 days when she went to Canada, that Rizzo gave me COVID and I'm going to kill her. She flipped it all around and said she was sick because of me, but didn't come to my house. And I purposely stayed home because I didn't want to give her COVID.
Right.
So she twisted all that around. But then after that, when we started talking to her again about coming to Buffalo, that's when she hit the button about the scam. She didn't do the breast cancer benefit for my friend. She never got on the plane. I lost $500. She never did the meet and greet at my friend's bar and restaurant,
Right.
which which tomorrow, I mean, that's a whole other thing that's going on there tomorrow. I'm tying the knot there tomorrow, but
Right.
he is a dear friend of mine, and she screwed him out of $1,000. So $1,500 loss for us. But she is very aggressive. She is out of that story came a bunch of people that came forward, and the girl from Canada that happens to be one of Vanilla Ice's Rob, one of his lifelong friends, is how Angela got to meet him.
Right.
She has a story to tell about Angela that's very similar to everybody else. She was assaulted by Angela in a parking lot at that at a Billy Idol concert and had to call the police at a Billy Idol concert. And after after she left us, she went to Billy Idol with her and she got
Right.
assaulted.
Right.
Now the other person, I won't bring up her name. You know her. You've been trying to interview her. She won't come forward. She's terrified to come forward. She
Yes.
has a story to tell. When she's ready, she'll tell it.
Yes.
So there are other people out there that are
And this
victims of Angela.
person, Angela was supposed to be taking care of her.
She
And
was
it,
sick. She had surgery.
and
Yes.
it turned into a fucking shit show.
All she wanted to do was drink and go live. She made
Yeah.
her walk. She made her drive her to a liquor store to get drunk. Well, this person was going through a lot, battling a lot.
Yes. Really, really,
So,
really up.
so
Really.
when I say she has no care in the world but to gain money and screw people over, and in the beginning, when I first became friends with her, I had all these Nigerian people making videos about me and saying, how could you be an autism mom and be friends with Angela Demon? And they were making videos of me. And you know how you clip videos and you do stitches? And they were like, this Rizzo girl, she's friends with the demon. And I was getting a little intimidated by it. So for a while there, I told her, I said, Angela, listen, I said, I have to back off for a little while. I don't know what's going on, but I have all these Nigerian women that are hating on me, and they're accusing me of promoting abusive behavior. And after seeing the last tell-all at the mansion where they were all staying,
Yes.
after I saw her chase Michael up the stairs, I backed off a little bit. So where I am today and where I stand today, I blocked her on everything. I know I do not speak to her at all. In fact, me and Michael are dear friends. I was becoming very, very close with Michael, but he has supporters and moderators who got very, very jealous of our relationship and started a bunch of drama and commotion for our friendship. So I backed off. I don't need it in my life. When we want to talk, we talk. If, you know what I mean? I don't need to chase because I don't want people saying you're a clout chaser. I don't need any of that. If
Right.
I talk to him, I do. If I don't, I don't. If we say hi
Exactly.
to each other, that's great. But I'm not chasing friendships. I learned my lesson. But I'm Team Michael now, and I stay Team Michael. But I chase him for a friendship or no? But we do hold each other in high regard, and I know how to get a hold of him. That's all I'm going to say about Michael.
Exactly. Okay, one more question before I let you go. Do you know where she used that plane ticket eventually to go?
Um, I believe it was California,
Not surprised.
and I believe it was with. I think she was with Benjamin at the time.
Well, after this incident with Mark, I don't think she's going to be returning to California anytime soon. And that's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. It looks like karma is going to come back to her in the form of Mark.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
It's about time somebody holds her accountable for what she's done. She has
Yes,
done so much damage to so many people, and so many people have let her get away with it, and that's why this keeps going on and on and on.
exactly. Exactly.
And keeps getting away with it. And I don't know how she keeps getting away with it. I don't know what she has on people. I really don't know.
Well, thank you so much, Jody, for
You're
joining me.
very welcome. You know I love you and I'd do anything for you. And I'm just speaking my truth. And I saw my fiance was in your live chat. She could tell the same story I'm telling. It's the
Yeah.
truth. It's never going to change. That's exactly what happened. That's a short version.
Right,
I
exactly.
could have,
Actually,
yeah.
guys, I'm gonna put in the link in the comments when this live is over. I'm gonna put the link to the original interview with Jody. We did it back in January, girl. I didn't
Yeah,
realize it was long ago.
it was the first of the year. You said this is my first 90-day Oy vey of the year.
Yeah, I realized that today. I was like, oh my goodness. Yes,
And that's when our friendship began.
like I was telling Mark today, he's like the fourth person that I've spoken to this year that Angela's done a similar grift.
Yes, it's her MO. Yes.
It's her MO. It's her
Yes,
MO.
it is. But
All right.
I'm glad I made great friends out of it. Olinda, I've met some wonderful people out of a rotten person.
Yeah,
So there is a little bit of good in all bad. You got to find the
everything
silver
happens for a
lining.
reason. Everything happens
Right,
for a reason, girl.
right.
So
Kibbles and bits, baby. Kibbles and bits.
nipples and bits, baby. All right, girl. Thank
I
you.
love you. Thank you. Thank you for doing all the work you do for all of us.
Of
You keep
course.
us well informed, and believe me, this is the real deal. People copy Mare, and she doesn't get enough credit. She's
Thank,
the real deal. It's right here.
thank you. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, baby.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm not done because I have. Okay. Here we go. So there was Jody and Leslie, her partner. Then there was Victoria, that she just wanted to use for psychic readings. Then there was poor Ryan. Okay. Ryan was back in April. He posted on Reddit, okay, about his horrible experience with Angela. And I got to talk to him about his horrible experience. So basically, Ryan was a fan and she used him for a hotel room, a ride, cigarettes, soda, and $50. Yes, you heard me right. A hotel room, a ride, cigarettes, soda, and $50. And when he asked her to pay back the $50, she basically told him, sue me. So instead, he went to his financial institution and got it refunded. He, placed the claim in, and They refunded him back his $50. So there you go, Angela. He got his money back. Fuck you. Can you believe her grifting a fan for $50? Ange, if you're that hard up, I could lend you some money. Since you apparently said you were going to sue me and own my house and I was going to be your maid, it looks like you're the one that may need a side job. So if you would like to be my maid, hey, I can hit you off with some money. Seriously, grifting for 50 fucking dollars. Okay, so now this latest incident that happened with Mark from Match Me Abroad, word on the street, you guys. There was a group of four. Okay. It was Mark. It was Angela. And are you ready for this? It was Tyree and the pedo 90-day podcaster. He's in the picture in case you guys don't know who I'm talking about. Tyree, I am so fucking disappointed in you. Okay. Since the last time you were hanging out with Angela on the red carpet, I've tried to tell you this is not a flex. Hanging out with Angela is not a flex, Tyree. You are too nice to be hanging out with these kind of people, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? Benny, Tim, like what in the actual fuck? They're not like us, you guys. Trust me. Angela and the dude on the other end of the picture here, on Tyree's other side, are not like us. Nowhere near like us. Okay, so word on the street, there were other witnesses to what happened and witnesses to Angela's grift that night with Mark. So, yeah. Okay, so Tyree was there. The pedo, who I really don't want to say his name, was there. From what I understand, word on the street, Benny doesn't hang out with her anymore. I don't know why, but they're not stuck at the hip like they used to be. And Tim, I think this was honestly a one time thing. This was about a month or two ago where they were all doing like this red carpet event for Angela. Red carpet. Someone was standing there holding a sign written on cardboard where her name spelled wrong. Do you guys remember that? Yeah, this fancy red carpet event. Um, so they were all hanging out a couple of months ago and they all hung out again. Mark, Angela, Tyree, and Pito, and it imploded. Okay? That's what I hear. Word on the street. Tyree, please. Okay. So now it makes sense. The love affair that's going on between these two. Because birds of a feather flock together. And of course, Angela's moderator is going to vouch for both of them because birds of a feather flock together. Just saying. And the one person that has lived through it all and was able to sit down and tell his story to me, Michael. And if you haven't watched that interview by now, I'm going to put the link in the comments and you need to check it out because if anybody knows how it is to live through the hell that is known as Angela Dean, is Michael. And yes, unfortunately, they still are legally married. The annulment/divorce case is making its way through the courts. There are no real updates on it. I looked into it right before I went live. There was only an affidavit from Michael's attorney. She's going on vacation, so she put in to the court dates that she wasn't available. And that's basically it. But as this case slowly makes it way through the courts, Michael is a survivor of the hell that is known as Angela. And I bet you having a police report about whatever happened the other night with Angela when the cops were called, as Mark said in his comments, having that police report may be a great help in Michael's current divorce case. Because remember, Angela wants to file for an annulment based on marriage fraud, and Michael wants a divorce based on abuse. It just looks like a pattern. If it looks like a pattern and smells like a pattern, it's a pattern. So that's basically it, you guys. I will bring you more details as they come to me. I just wanted to go live, let you guys know that Angela's going buck wild again. Okay. A leopard never changes its spots. And I bet you either later on tonight or sometime over this weekend, she will be on TikTok live flipping the fuck out. Okay, kibbles and bits and the whole 9 yards. Little lady, I saw you pop into the comments. Okay, I just wanted to say once again, thank you so much for sending me that TikTok because it just opened up a whole can of worms, but in a good way. I'm sorry that you guys, YouTube sucks with notifications. I really try to schedule my lives as far in advance as I can so YouTube could like send out notifications. So I want to apologize that they suck. And I want to thank you, everyone, so much for all your support, your kind comments, your likes, your shares. I really, really appreciate it. Your hypes. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please subscribe. Double check that you are subscribed. Like, comment, share with a friend or 10. And I will see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.